My name is Loren Long, and this is the story of the yellow bus. The idea for the yellow bus started as I was running along with my dog on a bike trail nearby. We could see an old rusted out abandoned school bus sitting in a paddock surrounded by goats. At first, I felt sorry for the bus, but as I continued along the trail day in and day out through rain and snow, and I would see the goats climbing in and out, playing on the bus, somehow that bus seemed happy. And I thought maybe there's a story there. One thing I kept coming back to as I was writing the text was this refrain, "They filled her with joy." I imagined that no matter where she goes, and she has some really big low valleys in her life, but when the goats climb in, she feels happy because all of a sudden, her happiness isn't just about her, it's about someone else. So I'd written a story where a bus travels from a little town, starts her life, and then over time, over 50 or 60 years, goes through the town and ends up at the bottom of the valley in a farm. So I did something that I'd never done before, and I decided to build a three-dimensional model of my entire setting for the book. The best part is when I shine light on it. Then, with that light casting these shadows, I could stand at this angle. I could see how the light hits the buildings and casts shadows onto the road and onto the other buildings. I could see the three-dimensional form in the yellow of the bus through those shadows. Sometimes I would stand overhead on a ladder and look down. Sometimes I would put the camera in the model and take snapshots and work from those photos. So making this three-dimensional piece of art informed my two-dimensional art. The Yellow Bus is the first book that I've both written and illustrated in quite some time. At one point in the process, during the sketches, it really occurred to me that a yellow school bus is an iconic symbol in our society. So I really wanted that yellow to pop off the page. I decided to use charcoal for the majority of the book, for the landscapes and the streets and the buildings and the farm and the valley. And then I would paint the yellow bus with acrylic paint. And then I decided that everything that is basically inside the yellow bus would also be in full, vibrant color. That decision was sort of based on how a film director can plan color to move the eyes around a setting in a movie. A picture book called The Yellow Bus could certainly be thought of as a back-to-school book, but you would probably never predict where this book goes. It became really a contemplative exploration on the passage of time and one's purpose in life, and this human feeling of how we feel when we do things for others. The Yellow Bus doesn't control her destiny. She doesn't control all of her circumstances, the highs and lows of her life, but she does control her reaction to it. Because we can't always control what happens to us in life, but we can control our outlook. That theme, hopefully, is something that will resonate when readers close the book.